More than 21 years after the death of Jam Master Jay, one-third of the legendary hip-hop trio Run DMC, a jury has found 2 men guilty of his murder. News: 2 men found guilty of murder in the killing of Run DMC's Jam Master Jay. Jurors found Karl Jordan Jr., Jay's godson, and Ronald Washington, Jay's childhood friend, guilty on all counts. February 2024, a Queens courtroom finally explodes with long-awaited justice. 2 men convicted of gunning down Jam Master Jay 22 years after he was executed inside his own studio. On October 30, 2002, Jason Mizell, also known as JMJJ of the legendary hip-hop group Run DMC, was murdered in cold blood in his recording studio in Queens, New York. Now, it's taken more than 20 years, but today, a jury in this courthouse found Karl Jordan Jr. and Ronald Washington guilty of murder. For decades, fear kept mouths shut while whispers tied the killing to Queen Street politics and the infamous ambush on a young 50 Cent sprayed 9 times just months before. What really went down that night? To uncover it, we have to rewind to the moment hip-hop lost a legend and the truth was buried in silence. Jam Master Jay's death was ruled a brazen hit in 2002 inside the Run DMC icon's Queen studio. And in February 2024, the verdict finally dropped. Kenda Gibson. Both men standing trial for the 2002 murder of the Run DMC superstar. Found guilty on all charges. The courtroom was thick with tension as jurors read their decision. The names were shocking. Karl Jordan Jr., now 40, Jay's very own godson, and Ronald Washington, 59, an old friend who had been crashing at Jay's sister's house. The betrayal cut deep. But the drama didn't stop there. The judge's words had barely faded when Washington erupted, shouting to the jury, "You all just killed 2 innocent people." Chaos broke loose as Jordan supporters cursed from the gallery. Yet, Jordan himself stayed cool, turning to them with a calm smile and saying, "I love you all." Nearly 22 years of dead ends, whispers, and fear had locked the truth away. But now, the silence finally shattered. But this wasn't just the closing of a cold case. It cracked open a story that shook hip-hop far beyond one man's death. Jam Master Jay wasn't only the legendary turntablist of Run DMC. He was the gatekeeper who handed a young unknown Queens rapper named 50 Cent his very first shot in the studio. Jay shaped his early sound, teaching him how to record, count bars, and structure songs. Before Get Rich or Die Trying, there was Jam Master Jay showing a kid from South Jamaica how to turn raw hustle into music. But the months leading up to Jay's murder were pure chaos. That same protégé barely escaped death himself after being hit 9 times in a hail of bullets. And ever since, whispers have refused to die. Was there a connection between the near murder of 50 Cent and the execution of Jam Master Jay? Streets kept buzzing, saying the 2 events were tied by the same deadly politics. And when the verdict finally came down, 50's response said it all on Instagram. He posted the news with just 3 words, "Welp." That's all, folks. R.I.P. Jam Master Jay, capped with a shrug emoji. A code goodbye that spoke volumes. The world finally had names and convictions. But the motive, the betrayal, the shadows linking Jay's death to Queen Street politics into the rising star he once called family. Taking the life of the man known as Jam Master Jay. His real name Jason Mizell, one of the founders of the groundbreaking rap group Run DMC. Drag us back to that chilling October night in 2002. It was a rainy Wednesday in Queens, the kind of night that turned Merrick Boulevard into a slick ribbon glowing under the streetlights. Inside the 247 studio, Jam Master Jay was chilling on the couch, controller in hand, playing video games with his friend, Uriel Tony Ringone. Across the room, his business manager, Lydia High, sifted through paperwork. The mood was calm, familiar, safe. Nobody knew death was already creeping up the stairs. Moments earlier, someone had quietly unlocked the fire escape door. That man, later identified as Jay Bryant, vanished without a sound, but he had just opened the path for two others. Carl Jordan Jr., Jay's own godson, and Ronald Washington, a childhood friend, climbed toward the studio. Jordan walked in first. Jay's face lit up with family warmth, greeting him with a half handshake. Then everything flipped. Before Jay could even react, Jordan pulled a gun and aimed it straight at him. "Oh!" Jay gasped, but the words barely escaped before the first shot cracked through the studio. The bullet ripped into his head. Jay collapsed instantly. A second shot blasted into Rincone's leg, leaving him screaming in pain. Meanwhile, Washington swung his gun toward Lydia high, forcing her face down on the floor. She froze in terror, too scared to even breathe. Rincon, bleeding and in shock, would later refuse to tell police a single word about what he had just witnessed. The two gunmen disappeared as fast as they came.